Posting pictures on the gram so other people know that we're more than friends. Ever since you came around, I've never been sober, always in my head. Met you at a time when I was so low, went from just talking to taking you home. I don't wanna go back to who I used to be, so if you ever leave me, promise you won't let me down. But sometimes you can't handle your emotions, and I guess that's okay. Met you at a time when I was so low, went from just talking to taking you home. I don't wanna go back to who I used to be, so if you ever leave me, promise you won't let me drown. Promise you won't let me drown. Promise you won't.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat sejahtera and hello everyone. Welcome to FB Live and YouTube Live. I'm streaming from my home studio live to both the FB group in Aspiring Young Academics and also on my YouTube channel. I hope everyone is okay, everyone is in good health. And this afternoon, this actually the second series in the Mudahkah Nak Jadi EduTubers program. Stay tuned and let me play the intro video for this program. All right, once again, for those who just joined in, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat sejahtera and hello. Thank you for joining our program this afternoon. This is our program Mudahkah Nak Jadi EduTubers. This is only a second series in the program. And today, we have a very special guest, as you can see on the screen here, Mr. Izzat Zubair. Assalamualaikum, Izzat.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi.
Yeah, thank you for joining our program this afternoon in Mudahkah Nak Jadi EduTubers. Actually, my original program for the second series, I have already actually identified 5 speakers for this second series, just like the first one. But I changed my plan because when I saw your work, your channel on the other group, we have this new group, the global community of EduTubers, edu creators, and edu streamers. And I didn't know about you before, honestly, never heard of you. But when I saw what you have created in I saw your channel Mudahnya Fizik. and I watched a few of your videos, and I was very impressed, very impressed. So I decided, okay, I must invite this young guy to this program. So welcome, Izzat. Thank you for
Okay, thank you.
accepting my invitation, and I'm very
No
pleased,
problem.
very happy to actually to be able to make it to this program, because I wasn't very sure whether to carry on with this program because of several several reasons. But Alhamdulillah, managed
Mhm.
to make it this afternoon, and I'm very excited. And I hope this casual, santai conversation this afternoon, you can share with us what does it take to become an EduTuber, and more importantly, the um, the the sacrifice, the investment in time, and the motivation behind it. So these are the things that I'm going to ask you. And this is a very santai kind of conversation. And for those who are listening, who are joining us on YouTube and also on Facebook, if you happen to be around, I'm sure you are all very happy, because I just heard that the Prime Minister has announced that we can go back to our kampong. So that's a good news, perhaps. All right.
Yes,
Once again, Izzat, thank you very much.
no
When I saw your
problem.
name, and you told me that you are actually in USM and
Yeah.
actually studying in USM. Actually, I was surprised because I thought you were a lecturer. And in fact, you told me you are not a lecturer; you are a
No, I'm
student.
not.
I was surprised, and I saw your name, Izzat Zubir. Then I was and you are doing physics. So I thought, is it possible that so never mind. I will let you to tell. Maybe that's to start the ball rolling. Is that maybe you can share with us, with the audience, whoever is listening, a little bit, very briefly, about yourself. Is that? Go ahead.
Okay, so Assalamualaikum everyone. My
Salam.
name is Muhammad Izzat bin Muhammad Zubir. So currently I'm actually studying in my final year. So I'm currently on my final year and final semester. Right now I'm on my fourth year studying physics, majoring in pure physics. I'm doing pure physics at the School of Physics in University Science Malaysia. And okay, so that's about me lah.
Oh, that's very brave. So you're studying physics. So in the fourth year, in the
Yes.
final year now. So you're going to graduate very soon.
Yeah.
So currently, I understand that you are doing internship. Is that?
Yes, currently I'm doing internship uh, at a pusat tuition at a tuition center in nearby USM. I'm doing
Okay.
an internship as an R&D researcher on STEM education. So what I'm doing is I'm researching online platforms that is suitable for tuition centers to use it for their own for classes, to substitute the traditional classes that is being done in tuition centers. And right now, since the MCO, since the MCO, my job has been really tough in finding
Mm.
the solution so that the tuition center can survive, because a lot of tuition centers have been closed because of they are unable to find a solution for to replace their traditional classroom. So alhamdulillah, from the MCU until now, the tuition center that I'm working in is still surviving, and there are new students coming in. So alhamdulillah.
Okay, so they are also transitioning from the conventional or traditional face-to-face also to online
Yes.
because of this MCO. So I guess it's not that easy for them, but since you are there to help them, so that actually facilitate a lot of things for them, right? All right.
They might be
So
watching also.
they might be watching also. All right. You're doing physics. Not
Yes.
many when the uh, when we physics in general, is not an
Yeah.
easy subject. There's a perception for most people. In fact, I remember among the three science subjects, my favorite was chemistry and biology, but I was struggling a bit uh, on physics. I remember I was quite kind of struggling when studying physics. That's why when I look at what you have created on your YouTube channel, um, I kind of imagine if I had that kind of learning resources. Well, when I was studying physics for my exam last time in the school, probably there will be different, or maybe a different me now. Maybe, but anyway, I can sense that you have great passion in education. Is that because
Yeah.
even your internship, you are not doing internship in like in the
Engineering.
industry, or the hardcore kind of where you
Yeah.
can apply the hardcore physics knowledge in the industry maybe, but in the still in the education in the school. Or so maybe tell us a little bit about do I mean your interest and your passion in education. Yeah, maybe on that, if you can share a little bit.
Uh, initially, uh, when I was taking my SPM, actually, I took all the science subject in English.
Mhm.
So I had a lot of resource for
Mm.
studying English, studying all those science subject in English. So I have Khan Academy, then I have Patrick GMT, then a lot of um, YouTube and a lot of contents around the physics, all the science subjects in English. But then when I started teaching, I started joining the tuition center as part-time tutor
Mhm.
in 2017. Then at that time, the students that I'm teaching is taking the science subject in BM, in Bahasa Malaysia. So at that point, I think that it's not fair for the students taking those science subject in BM, and then there are students who are taking those science subject in English, and then they are competing with the same, like the same grades, everything,
Mhm.
right? So I think that those students who are taking these science subject in Malays, and they should be provided enough resources, such as videos on YouTube, articles. So that's when I started to think that we should help, making sure that all Malaysian have equal opportunities to study these science subject in their own language.
Mm. That's good. Okay, Izzat, maybe can you share with us when exactly you started creating the video content? Because um, your channel now has about 300 plus videos, and
Yes,
you started the channel back in 2017, right?
yes,
It's
yes.
only about 3 years, or maybe
Yeah.
slightly more than 3 years.
Mhm.
3 years and 300 plus 350 about
Yes.
videos in your channel. That to me is really a commendable effort and a commendable achievement.
Yeah.
So when actually did you, I mean, when did you start, and what actually kind of triggered you to create those videos for the students?
Um, actually, I started my tutoring, my part-time tutor,
Mm.
around April 2017, and then I started doing the videos in July 2017.
Okay.
Because at that point, my student, because when I give them Khan Academy videos, they don't understand. So at that point, I
Hmm.
try to emulate
Mm.
those Khan Academy in Malay language. So at that point, then I share with them my own videos, and then eventually a lot of other students from other school who I don't know them, they started watching and uh, liking and sharing with their other friends. So that's when my channel started rising up. Then I started doing a lot. Actually, a lot of my videos are actually done during the MCO period.
During the MCO period, that's only
Yes.
what, 3
So
months now?
like I think in the 2 months of MCO, I did more than 100 videos.
Wow, that's really, really very productive. So this MCO thing really is a blessing in disguise, yeah, for many, many
Yeah,
people.
because my views started to rise up, and then a lot of students and teachers also use my videos, and then they started requesting, because I haven't completed all the syllabus, all the chapters. So then they started asking, when can you do this chapter, when can you do that chapter? So at that point I started uploading like 2 videos every day.
So
Previously
actually,
I uploaded around 1 video a week. Now I'm uploading around 2 videos a day.
while there's actually a demand,
Yes,
request from
there's
the
a demand.
students and the teachers that actually will make you wanting to create more, because you know
Yes.
there's a demand, and the videos really benefited the students. They really value the content that you provide to them, right?
Yes, yes.
So the when you started in 2017,
Mhm.
before you start to create the first video, what was the motivation? That spark, that kind of spark, that moment kind of spark. Oh, maybe I should create the video. Is it because you watched the video on Khan Academy or maybe some other places, or because the students, you mentioned that the students actually didn't really understand, maybe because of the language, and maybe also the content is not exactly match our own syllabus. Is it? So what exactly is the motivation that really push you to create your first video?
The first video, I don't remember which one is my first video, but I think the first few videos that I did was actually quite bad. My sound was off, and the video wasn't really appropriately organized.
Uh-huh.
But then those videos, I just leave it there. Actually, I did around 10 videos initially. I did around 10 videos for the whole year,
Mm,
for 2017. And then
mm,
I didn't expect any more views than those from my students, from the class, tuition class. But then during the SPM on that year, there's a sudden like spike of 100 views. Actually, around the first few months from July until SPM is around November. So from the first few months, I got around the whole month probably less than 100. But then during the SPM, the videos just spiked up, and then students started asking. Then that time like sparked me to do more videos, and
so
they
you
start
can,
asking for, there's no kind of content, this kind of content in BM. So they start ask, please do a lot more videos, and please do like other subjects also.
so you can see actually the trend, the pattern, how our students study, right?
Yeah.
When close to the exam, then only they start to find all
Yes.
the new material to revise the subject, and
Yes. Actually, even my views also spiked during those ujian bulanan, ujian pertengahan tahun.
ah, you can see the pattern, right?
Yes, I can see the pattern of there.
But I thought there are many school teachers also in Malaysia
Mhm.
create content on different
Yes.
subjects. So I'm sure physics also, other than you creating content for physics subject. Uh, Previously, before you do that, have
Mhm.
you seen or have you not seen any videos created by other physics teachers around
I,
Malaysia?
I I think before I created it, there was actually an effort by MOE, Minister of
Mhm.
Education, under EduWeb TV. But I think that effort was nobody was continuing that effort, because if you
Mhm.
search YouTube, there's a lot of EduWeb TV videos, very
Okay.
formal, and the videos are quite good actually. But then it stops over there. So
Mhm.
not many teachers are doing physics video anymore until the MCO. At that point, then I see a lot of new physics teacher doing a lot of videos, sharing, because KPM MOE is
Mhm.
doing uh, Cikgu Tube. It's a Cikgu
Cikgu
Tube is
tu.
a
Yeah.
it's Cikgu Tube that encourage other teachers to become EduTubers also.
Cikgu Romi is actually in our.
Cikgu Romi is also one
Yeah,
of the,
yeah,
I
yeah.
think one of the admin of that
Yes,
Cikgu
yes.
Tube. So
He is also in our Facebook group, the community, the global community of EduTubers.
yes.
And in fact, actually, I was thinking to invite him also to kind of pair with you in this session, but I thought, never mind, maybe I can invite him next time. Um, so now, in terms of content related to physics subject, apart from the one that you have on your channel that you create, um, are there any kind of popular channel created by Malaysian teachers on physics? It's kind of
Uh,
like your, not to say competitor, but
mhm.
uh, also equally popular channel.
Equally popular channel
Yeah, physics
for the
popular.
whole 3 years. I don't think so. There haven't
Uh-huh.
been.
Ah,
But I don't treat them as competitors. I treat them
yeah,
as
yeah, yeah. It's not competitor
I
lah.
learn a lot from them. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So
because
it's
I'm not doing this to like
compete.
showing
Yeah,
off that I'm doing a lot more,
yeah,
but
yeah,
to
yeah,
share with the students.
yeah, yeah. No, I mean, if we have more channel
Uh-huh.
on physics
That would be
created by
good. Yes,
physics teachers, then the students would have more options lah,
yes,
right?
yes. More
Yeah.
option. Yes.
Okay. So far, is that your 300 plus videos?
Mm-hmm.
Who are actually the, because I saw you have what 700,000 views,
Yes.
so that's really very commendable. Um, who are actually the users? Are they
The
just our
viewers.
own Malaysian students? If you check the analytics
Uh,
in YouTube,
if I check, the last time I checked, is almost like 99% are Malaysian, like
yeah.
0.02% from Indonesia. I don't
Okay.
know whether they are from.
Yeah.
I think maybe they misclick. Not because the spelling is different in Indonesia. It's actually fisika. It's not physics. So I think
Oh,
maybe they click wrongly.
but I think you should add the in the tag, the keyword. You should add physical lah, because I think that should help
Yeah,
also expand
probably
the audience to the
to
Indonesian.
Indonesia. Yes,
Content-wise, I think more or less the same, because it's
yes,
still the basic principles, the fundamental of physics and so on. But when they
yes.
search on YouTube, maybe they will search physical, right? Did you put the physical keyword in your
No,
every no.
I didn't thought of that.
Oh, I think you should, right? You should.
Maybe I should try,
Yeah, yeah.
and I'll see how the
Okay.
views.
So overall, based on the feedback of the students, what do you think of the impact of your videos so far?
Um, from the comments that I have seen, there are some students, not a lot. They say that my videos have helped them a lot in like for their grades and also for their SPM. Some like they say they used to fail in the subject and then they watched some of my video and then they got pass. Some I got A plus and
Hmm.
like that.
Did they send like a appreciation letter,
No,
email?
I didn't put my own address
Oh,
in there.
all right, okay. But what do you think in terms of how much your video has impacted and helped the students? Based on the feedback and maybe just other um, kind of information that you receive from teachers, for example.
I think probably that my videos have helped like studying after the school hours. Like they have
Mm,
helped a lot of students and then helping them doing their homeworks. And there are plenty of students that said that they wanted to pursue physics
mm,
after graduation, after they graduated from school, because they watched certain of my videos, because not all of my videos are following the SPM syllabus. Some
mm,
are beyond SPM syllabus that I share, because I also have passion in physics. My true passion is actually in theoretical physics. I like a lot of relativity, quantum mechanics. So I share those kind of videos also. And then there are like very small fraction of those SPM students who like want to know everything about physics. So they watch that video, then they ask a lot of that, and then they chat with me in Telegram. So then I guide them. I ask them to watch this video, that video, and then read about this, and then make sure that you focus on your physics, your maths, your mathematics, and then some of them actually are pursuing in physics.
So it seems that some of those students who watch your video really get inspired, and because of that, they want to pursue their studies in physics as well, to follow your footsteps. Don't you think so?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Because I just started like 3 years ago, so I don't know the long-term impact yet.
But before you decided to take physics for your degree, do you get some kind of inspiration by watching, for example, Khan Academy's video?
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. I just want to know
Yes,
whether.
actually, I learned a lot from Veritasium. Veritasium is one of popular science channel, and also 60 Symbols. There are plenty of videos by Brady Heron. He's a content creator. He created a lot of contents, 60 Symbols, number files, and a lot of other videos related to physics. And then during my SPM, actually, I already know that I want to do physics. During my Form 4, I already know that okay, physics is my future.
Wow.
So at that point, I after my PMR, I got a iPod. At that time, iPod. I think iPod is no longer sold these days. So I got an iPod, and I used that iPod to download a lot of Khan Academy videos, and then some Wikipedia articles. So at that point, I started to watch these kind of videos, and there are those videos that are simple but get to the point. For example, on relativity, on quantum mechanics. So at that point, I really started to love these kind of like serious and also hard subjects. But they made it so simple, so that makes me want to know a lot more about those subjects. So that's why right now I'm pursuing physics.
So good online content, good online material, video, and other format can really help students learn, but at the same time it can really inspire students to love the subject, not only to like the subject but love the subject. What's your comment on that? Is that the quality of the content is really can determine whether the students would love or hate the subject?
I don't know. I don't know much about that. I think maybe the way the teacher present the subject can like change the students' motivation on that subject.
The ability to explain, I think the ability to explain well,
but
to articulate.
that is one of the factor, I think. And another factor is the student themselves. They should also have passion in that.
Yeah.
And also the environment.
Because when I watch your video, I realized that you sound like a teacher, a very caring teacher. You have a nice voice. Then the way you explain things, I imagine if I turn back the clock and watch your video and study physics, probably I would get a better grade in physics. That's what I feel. That's your talent, your ability, special ability to explain and to articulate. It shows that you really understood the subject matter. Because to me, the best way to learn is to teach, and to teach is to learn twice. So meaning that you must have the mastery of the subject before you are able to teach. So I think that's what you are doing now. But from your experience, while you are teaching the subject, do you think you have more and more deeper and deeper understanding of the topic compared
Yes,
to when
yes,
you
a
were
lot.
student? Yeah.
Yes, a lot actually. When
Yeah.
I started teaching SPM physics,
Um,
and then after I started teaching, when I started teaching to the students, then I
mhm.
realized that I know a lot, but I don't know how to convey it. This is
Uh-huh.
during the traditional classroom, during my tuition classes.
Yeah,
Tuition
yeah.
classes. When I started teaching, then I wonder how do I explain this complicated concept in simple words. So at that point, I know that being smart uh,
Mm.
is not something that everyone wants. It's actually
Mm.
being smart and then uh, can convey that message to others. So that's
Mm.
that makes us useful to others.
Yeah. Just like Albert Einstein says, um, if you cannot explain it simply, you still don't understand. That's Albert Einstein. Okay, Izad, I have a few more
Yeah.
questions, especially I want you to share how exactly your workflow and what are the
Mhm.
instrument or the devices that you use to prepare your subject. But before that, I want to play a short video.
Oh,
Okay, I want to
right.
play a short video. Let's watch this video first.
I'm on top of the world, now I'm living. And the good just gets better, keeps on giving. Not even close to the end, it's just beginning. Life is getting lighter while the days are getting brighter, yeah. And if the good, I won't even worry anymore. Took all my cares, took and kicked them all out the door. Go on and try, come and tell me what you're waiting for. Move and keep them going till your life is overflowing, yeah. I do a dance of victory. 'Cause now I'm
Okay, so there's a short video, the montage that I prepared for you.
I
Okay,
think your camera is not working.
yeah, I don't know
Okay.
why. Let me check whether uh,
Because
the
I saw
battery.
the screen cleaning, the lens cleaning.
Yeah, never mind. This thing happened. Let me change to my. I don't know. My Canon just went off. Let me just change my camera. I have to use my internal camera now. Let's see. Okay.
Okay.
My Canon is
I think the battery.
no. I just have charged the battery. I don't know why. Never mind. No.
Right.
Izat, can you share with us? I think this is very useful and very important for the content creators among teachers, among academics, lecturers, and so on. Because the content that you create is actually people use the term Han academy style because you're using the tablet and you write and explain with the black background and colorful pens and so on. So,
Mhm.
if you don't mind, can you describe your process, the instrument, the device, your
Yes.
workflow?
Sure. So since I'm a student, and I
Mhm.
started in 2017, I have very limited budget. I
Mhm.
just have my laptop, and my laptop is a Surface Pro, fifth edition,
Mhm.
2017. You can search Surface Pro, and there's a lot of other tablets can also be used. Tablets, but if you don't have a tablet, you can also use because right now my laptop is actually almost dying. I don't know whether the graphic or anything started to mess around as when I write on the screen, then it doesn't register. So I have my backup tablet. I started to use
Mhm.
this backup tablet. So my setup is just the laptop and also the microphone. Previously, I didn't
Mhm.
use this microphone because this is actually quite expensive for my budget. But after I received my first uh, tuition salary, like part-time job. Then I invested on this. This one is I think around 400. So I invested on this. Because the quality of the sound is my voice is very different than using the microphone from the laptop. But no
Yeah, it
problem.
sounds great. It sounds great.
Uh,
Yeah.
Yes, this one is a Zoom H1. I think there's a new version, Zoom H1N, but other microphone can also be used. It doesn't matter.
Mm.
I think condenser microphone is better than this one, but I don't have
This one
money
is
to
what?
buy that.
This is what?
This is the Zoom H1.
How do you connect to the microphone? To the computer?
Okay, so there's actually a USB. This one is actually a dedicated microphone. It's a separate microphone. It can record on its own. This one can record
So
on its own, but it can also
okay.
be used as a USB microphone.
Okay.
So I
All right.
connect here and then I connect to the USB port.
All right. So it's connected to the through the USB port.
USB port from my
Then the Microsoft Surface
uh-huh.
is connected to the computer as well, right?
No, Surface is a computer. My Surface is a laptop.
Yeah.
It's a tablet. It's a tablet.
It's a tablet. It's a tablet.
Yes.
So you produce
Windows
the
10
content
tablet.
on the tablet.
Yes. And then I upload it.
And
I edit and I
then you
upload.
upload to the YouTube straight
Yeah.
from the Microsoft Surface to YouTube.
Yes.
Oh, okay. But and the microphone is also connected to the Surface.
Yes, this one is connected to the Surface. And
Okay.
yeah,
All right.
everything is done here. Just a simple setup because I have very limited budget. I do whatever that I have.
Well, the farmer can sponsor what?
Yeah.
What about the pen? The pen is it?
The pen it comes. I bought it together with the Surface. This is actually a Surface pen, but I no longer use this pen because of my laptop. So I use a cheaper option, which is a Hui one. Just bought this one during the MCO. So this is a new tablet. Because my laptop is doing like the graphic is not. I don't know what happened. So I use a backup. This one as a backup. So
the tablet,
this one is for writing.
The tablet that you showed just now is what? What type?
Hui One HS64.
Who
HUION. Hui One
Yeah,
HS64.
I know that one.
I think
Actually,
it's
it's very
around
cheap. That one.
150. Yeah, 150
Is it
ringgit.
good? Is it good?
For my purpose, I think it's okay.
Because
For
I'm
my
thinking
videos.
to get one that brand. I saw on Shopee. So I thought, well, 100 something. But since it's relatively considered very cheap, so I'm kind of
Skeptical.
skeptical whether it is good. But you have tried it,
Yeah, I have tried it. There's
and
not so much problem, but the problem is I am used to writing on the screen and then looking at the same time on the screen what I write. But when I use the tablet, then my hand is somewhere else, then my eye is somewhere else. So I have to adapt with that.
yeah, okay, I understand that because I used to, I had tried tablet before, bamboo tablet,
Oh, bamboo tablet.
long time ago, because I wanted, I always like to try a lot of things in my teaching. So I bought that tablet, but I use only a few times. Then after that, I don't know. I think I still keep the tablet. Okay, so Microsoft Surface Pro,
Yes.
or Huawei. I have problem to pronounce that. Huawei.
Hui One, I think. Huawei is
Yeah.
a different brand.
Not Huawei.
Huawei is a phone brand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hui One, HUION.
Yeah. I know. I saw it on Shopee. I think about 100 something. Very cheap.
Yeah.
Very cheap. All right. Okay. Maybe I'd like to ask Izzat one or two more questions.
All right.
Okay. When actually you find the time, because you are also a student and final year student, very busy. So when actually the time that you create the content? Is it in the middle of the night?
Actually, I created whenever I think I want to create lah. Because my workflow actually took very little time. Like if I want to do a 10 minutes video, then I take around 15 minutes video to finish everything from doing the videos and also uploading it into the internet.
So you don't have a fixed time to
No, I don't have. I just do it whenever I feel I wanted. Like before this live also, I just did another video.
How long do you take to plan to create? I'm sure you have to study the topic first, then plan, okay, how much you want to cover within the 20 minutes, 10 minutes, and how are you going to explain it in a way that the students would understand? So the preparation time, how long is the preparation time?
When I first started doing my video, at that point, I took a lot of time to plan out everything to make sure that the student understand. But during the first few times, I think even after careful planning, also the quality wasn't so good. And I think maybe because of I have little bit of experience teaching traditional classroom and also doing some videos, then I received some feedbacks on why do you do this, why do you do that. Like the student asks, something is wrong here. And then when I rewatch my videos, my old videos, my videos is filled with a lot of fillers, like like so that kind of fillers ruin a lot of my videos. So I started to learn to stop doing all the fillers and then started writing.
I have the same problem as well.
Actually, I learned the fillers during my English class. My public speaking class, I started to learn do not use fillers.
Yeah, every time when I create content, when I go live, I always remind myself, okay, this time I want to reduce my I want to reduce my actually, I want to reduce my So those are the so-called words that I'm still learning and I'm still trying. I guess I have improved a little bit incrementally. It's not easy, it's not easy because sometimes you get stuck. You don't, the words just
stuck in the
they
conversation.
come out.
Yes.
But I think the more you do it, the more you feel more comfortable, and it's just a matter of time where you can really minimize. I don't know whether you can reduce or eliminate at all, but I guess it's all about practice. I guess we don't go for perfection, but we go for progress, making progress every time, right? Provided we are willing to learn. So that's why I really, I really respect that you are doing this while you are still at this age. You are still a student, but you have that passion, and I'm always feel very, very excited sharing or maybe meeting people having the same passion. So you have a long way to go, Izzat. I think now you have already started doing it. Imagine in 10 years time, 20 years time, if we still keep that motivation, you will produce more content, and maybe other than physics subject, maybe you can expand to maybe teaching mathematics, how to teach mathematics and make it fun. That's a challenge, In fact, physics as well. How do you teach those quantum mechanic, all those principles, and try to contextualize it to daily life and making physics very relevant, and that would kind of making students at a young age to love science, to love physics, because now we're having problem with STEM to get people students to do science. And maybe the last two questions is that the time investment that you put in to create content so far, Do you think it's really worth it? Babalu, is that?
Uh, in terms of helping my tuition,
Uh-huh.
assisting me in during my tuition class, it helps a lot because if any of the student like they want to ask a question, because I'm working part time as a tutor, and then I
Mm.
don't have time to study on their question, and those questions are commonly asked questions. So usually those questions I have made a video of it, so then I ask the student to watch this video. If you don't understand from the video, then you come and ask me again. So in that sense it helps a lot. And in I think it also helps me boost my resume, I think.
Confident. Oh, resume. Yeah.
Confidence also, and also my resume for
Yeah,
my
yeah.
masters. uh,
Yeah,
and
that's what I've been trying to convince lecturers, especially,
yeah,
to go online, create content, and so on, especially for the course they are teaching.
yeah,
Because once they have in the process of creating the content, actually the preparation, the reading, and so on, really would take you deeper into the subject and making you more your enhance your understanding and improve your confidence to teach the subject. And then you have the content. You can simply get the students to study before they come to the class, or study after the class to reinforce the understanding. There are many ways of using the content once you have created the content, right?
yes.
So I agree with you that creating the content, yes, take time,
Mm.
investment, and so on, but the effect and the impact of it is is far reaching and very impactful, especially for the student, especially, right? Okay, Isaac, so what's next? I mean, you're going to graduate soon.
Inshallah.
You want to get a job. So, do you think you will continue doing this, or it will stop, or what's your plan in the future?
My plan, since I reached 10,000 subscribers, and also YouTube has, I don't know whether other Malaysian YouTuber has it, but
Mm-hmm.
I got the offer to do memberships on my YouTube. Uh, if you look at my channel, there's a join button. I don't know whether other Malaysian have that, but
Mm-hmm.
that has helped me uh, for my own revenue. Is for my own like part-time job also for YouTube. So it
Mm-hmm.
has helped me a lot on that. So most likely I will continue doing the YouTube thing. And my future plan is actually do I want to become a research assistant in USM, and then next year inshallah I will be going for my masters in somewhere.
Mm. You're saying that you also get income from the your YouTube
Yes,
channel.
I actually, yes.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Yeah.
That's kind of a bonus for your effort, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So is it good? I mean,
It's good as an extra, but not to survive with it. No, I cannot do
yeah,
that yet.
because you're not really focusing on that.
Yeah.
Really, I mean, for like your source of income, right? You're
Source
just
of
doing it
income. No.
basically out of passion, out of your
Yeah.
passion, and also to help you doing your teaching in the tuition and so on. But
Yes.
then the money that come from the channel is
Yeah.
basically the bonus that
Yeah.
uh,
For future investment, like
yeah.
this tablet I bought using the YouTube money.
The same here. I teach several online courses on Udemy and Skillshare. Maybe you know those platform,
Yeah. Yeah.
and income from that. Well, not much, but
Mm.
enough for me to subscribe to some application, web-based application. Enough for me to buy books and so on. So without using my credit card. Well,
Yes.
that's the kind of the side, the
Side
so-called the
thing that
perk.
I got. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. All right, yeah, is that really it's very nice talking to you and sharing Thank you so much for you for sharing
All right.
the side of your story. I think it's very useful because the reason I invite people and to create this program, Mudahkah nak jadi EduTuber, and
Mm.
also I started the Facebook group, the global community of EduTubers, edu creators, and edu streamers, simply because I want to kind of get all these Malaysian content creators, so-called content creators,
Yes.
to get together, uh, consolidate the effort, and together in the community, in the Facebook, we can support each other. Kita support kita, kita
Yes.
support kita, ya. Support each other, motivate each other, sharing resources, sharing tips, um, you know, um, so that we can promote the spirit of doing this together. Just like the African proverb says, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. So
Yeah.
that's the spirit that we want to promote in our community. So that now, I hope to see a few years down the road, we can start to see a lot of content generated by Malaysian educators. That's what I
Mm.
want to see, and that's what I kind of dream of. So that now our students will have option. Okay, they don't they can watch the YouTube video from Han Academy platform, but they have a choice now to watch your video in Bahasa Malaysia, and the way you explain maybe even better than Salman Khan from Han Academy could explain, because there's always a feeling of our own people explaining the thing compared to so those are the things. So I would like to thank Izzat for your time,
Yeah.
and sharing your experience and your story in this program. And um, I wish all the best to you in your
Thank you.
future undertakings and future efforts. And I hope you would continue creating content not only for physics, maybe for mathematics subject, and
Inshallah.
making it very very interesting, so that people will start to go to your channel and your channel will grow further. So, any last words for the Malaysian content creators
Uh,
listening
okay.
now?
Uh, one of the thing that I think people may ask me is how I make my video very, like my workflow is very short. I think maybe
Okay.
I should do a video on that, or I think I should just share it,
Okay.
because
Yeah.
I have a very limited budget as a student, and also
Okay.
so the way I do it, I think the minimum setup needed for doing the kind of video that I do,
Mm-hmm.
screen sharing,
Mm-hmm.
is to have a tablet like this one. This is just
Okay.
one of the brand we want, HS62 I think, or 64, and also a laptop or a PC. I think if you have a laptop, then the laptop should come with its own microphone. Then perhaps you can just use that microphone. Or if you have a PC, a desktop, I think desktop doesn't have microphone, then you need to buy another microphone. And then
Mm-hmm.
you can I actually record it using Microsoft built-in recorder. If I can share my screen, can I share
Okay.
it?
Go ahead. Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead.
All right. Okay. Right. So this, can you see the screen?
Oh, right. Okay.
Okay. So this is the screen.
I mean,
Okay. I think I should okay. So like this, I use OneNote. OneNote is in every single Windows 10 Windows. I think
one note.
you should
Yeah.
have OneNote.
One note.
I
Yeah.
use a Microsoft OneNote. Yeah,
Mm.
this is the Microsoft OneNote. So this is the video that I'm going to do after this. So just using OneNote, and also all Microsoft should have this one, Xbox Game Bar. You can see Xbox Game Bar. So I use this one to record my screen. You can also use OBS, which I'm trying to transition to OBS right now. So this is the Xbox Game Bar thing. So then you can just press record, and then after that, it will save the video. And I edit my videos using, so let's say this is, okay, so these are my videos, like 500 of them, but not all are uploaded. So
Many more.
yeah, there's a lot more that I think may not be suitable. So like,
Okay.
so for example, the way I edit my videos are, so these are all edited videos because the original file is too big, so I have to delete all of them. I just keep the edited videos. So for example, this one is the edited one. So let's say this one is not edited yet. I would do press this button and then trim, because all my videos I just need to trim the first part and then the end part. So the way I prepare my video is to make sure that the video is suitable for the middle part, and then I just need to cut the front and then at the back part, at the end part. So after that, after I edit everything, okay, so I can just trim my testing in front here and then also at the back. After that, I can save a copy, and then it's ready for upload to YouTube. So my workflow is very, very short, and I think that's how I can make a lot of videos online. Okay.
Very, very interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe you should create one tutorial specifically to show the workflow, how you create the video. I think that will be very useful, Izzat.
Yes. Okay,
Yeah.
inshallah.
Okay, thank you very much for sharing that. I forgot to let me check the chat if there's any questions.
Right.
Okay, we have one from Muhammad Imran. Not question, just thank you for the great sharing, Mr. Izzat and Prof. Mr. Muhammad Imran. Muhammad Imran is actually he's from KPJ something. Forgot. I saw his video recently, and this morning he set up the green screen there. Can you see the chat?
Yes, I can see on my right hand side.
So can you find any questions? Someone say that I don't want to say this, but because you didn't say anything about it. Amazing, young guy. Keep it up. Professor Zubair must be very proud. Yeah, Professor Zubair and Puan Awatif is watching now. I don't want to mention it because Izzat, I wait for Izzat to mention, but he didn't mention it. Okay, let's see. Izzat has started to create physics educational video in 2017, recently published more than 300 videos. Okay, this is just a statement.
Thank you so much.
Let me see if there's any question. Almost forgot about the question. There's someone say that I like the way you design your video. Micro teaching way. Yes.
Yeah. Actually, I learned micro teaching and learning from your videos. Actually, I didn't know about micro teaching before.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know the concept. So then when I started looking for the micro teaching, then I started to learn that the videos should be short and then must have a very clear concept of what you want to teach. So it's a learning process for me.
Yeah, it's a bite size, like we call it bite size.
Yeah, bite size.
Which basically suitable for this young generation, especially because of the short concentration span.
Yes.
I think you know this on the screen now.
Yeah. It's, my lecture.
And you must know this.
Yeah.
for the information of the audience, this is actually Professor Zubair, my colleague in USM from School of Physics, and he's the proud father of Izzat.
He's watching next door. I mean, next room.
Alright. Oh, someone asked me, dah baik demam ya? Almost. I'm not yet 100%, alhamdulillah. But that's why I thought, can I carry on with this program, because yesterday was still quite bad, but alhamdulillah, getting better and get better. So I guess that's about all. Izzat, I think once again, I'd like to thank you very much for your time and for sharing what you are doing. And I'm sure this would inspire more people to go or to become content creator, and hopefully it will inspire more teachers out there. I mean, not only physics, but other subject, to start creating content. Um, I don't know. I just want to say that this is something that all educators must do, or everyone, not only educator, everyone with knowledge or skill, share in the form of video and put up on YouTube. You never know that video will make a difference in one's life. In one person's life. That's good enough, you know. So rugilah kalau kita tak nak share. Betul tak, Izzat?
Betul.
Alright. So Izzat, all the best. Thank you very much once again. And so apa ni, kita sudahi dengan ucapan wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh kepada semua, dan kita just say bye bye kepada semua audience. Thank you for your time watching this.
Yes.
Thank you.
Any question you can ask me on YouTube or Facebook.
Yeah, and we would like to invite everyone also to join our Facebook group, a global community of educators, edu creators, and edu streamers. Izzat is there, so you can also ask him any questions on that group. Also in our Aspiring Young Academy. So Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and see you in another program. Mudahkah nak jadi EduTubers? InsyaAllah, kalau ada masa next week, insyaAllah. Thank you.